Welcome to the final part of the third episode. And this episode is dedicated to the fear of reputation or the fear of ruining a reputation. This is specifically aimed at situations where you are helpless, where you do not exist as an individual. You exist under someone's reputation. So if I go to a party where I am invited because of my mom and dad, I will not be known as Samyak Shah or not known as the creator of WEIw. I will be known as a son of X, Y and Z. If I go to some place where I am invited by one of my friends, people will identify me at least by my name that okay, this is Samyak. But after that, the follow-up statement will be X, Y, Z's friend. At these sort of situations, I do not exist as an individual. I exist under someone's reputation. And that is what is scary. Not just for me, for a lot of people out there who are living under this conflict of finding themselves at the same time being shadowed by someone's reputation. This fear is a combination of realization of lack of self-esteem, lack of independency, and most importantly, no individuality. Realization of the lack of self-esteem is you have realized that okay, this is where I feel that my self-esteem is not up to the mark. This is where I do not feel confident about myself. You realize that I lack self-esteem in this certain part of life, and now you're slowly trying to work on it. Second is lack of independency. Till the time people do not notice you as an individual, till the time people do not notice me as Samyak Shah, a YouTuber, the creator of WEIw, they are just going to say that he is the son of X, Y and Z. He is the friend or acquaintance of X, Y and Z. I will have no say in this. I will have no independency in this area where I can say that I am not just this, I am this also. And the third is no individuality. Till the time I am known as the shadow of someone's reputation, how am I going to have any individuality or personality of my own whatsoever? This is the silliest of the three fears, because this fear is something that comes from an external source wherein you have no control over it and yet we fret over it. You can in no manner control what the other people are going to think of you. The only control you have in this situation is over your actions, and that's the only span of control you have. And that is what is scary for most of the people. That what if I go somewhere and ruin someone else's reputation? Because if I am known by someone else's reputation, then it's not my personal reputation that is at stake, it is someone else's. So if I go by the recommendation of my parents somewhere, my parents' reputation is at stake. This guy's son is so disrespectful. Like, look at the father and look at the son. See, exactly. It is more about how you try to live up to the reputation of the people who recommended you as opposed to the reputation of your own self in these situations. But this silly fear also has a few solutions. The first solution is talking about it. Take your buddy or your sibling or your mom or dad, whosoever it is you're close to or you're closest to. Talk to this about them that hey, I know that this fear might sound a bit illogical, but this thing is really screwing with my mind and all that things. Basically, whatever it is that is going on in your mind, get it out. Get it out of your system once and for all, because once it is out, it is no longer only your trouble. It also becomes a responsibility of the people you share it with. Second solution is realize and understand that this fear is completely irrational and there is almost nothing you can do about it because this fear is external. Although the idea is born in here, but still the inflicting of pain comes from the outside. Once you realize that, once you accept that okay, this fear is going to be there. Why? Because I have no control over it. And most humans know that the things that they cannot control is the things that people are most scared of. Once you realize that, the fear tones down a little. Solution number 3. Try doing as many things as you can on your own. Try becoming self-sufficient. Learn a skill that might help you in the future. I'm going to be staying in some other country in a few years. So I'm already learning cooking for my own self. Why? Because the basic ingredients will be available wherever I want. But I need to know how I have to cook them so that I can have the food that I have at home right now. So you need to realize the skills that you need, especially when they are concerned with your future. You need to realize that which are the skills that are going to help you in your future. I need to learn those skills. And once you start doing that, this fear is slowly going to die down. Why? Because you're slowly becoming independent. You're slowly realizing your own individual self, your own individual creativity, your skill set and everything else. That's a wrap on the third episode. That is F.E.A.R. F-E.A.R. And before I go, I would like to say this one thing that my friend told me. Fear is the abbreviation for fuck everything and rise. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that video, hit the like button, comment what you felt, subscribe to the channel for more updates. Share this video with as many people as you can. I'll see you next time.